One that's kind of taped together with three, looks like. We've got a few other little vacuum fittings that we probably don't need, but just in case you do. So there's several. There's an extra, candy cane in here as well. There's two of them extra. So if one gets broken, we've got an extra. If it gets lost, go find it, okay? We're not in the business of replacing things that are just carelessly lost. So we need to make sure that we have all our stuff here. Here we've got our rake. In order to get our rake out, come around. So the rake is tucked in here like this, and it's not going to go back, okay? So we're just going to come like this, and our rake is out. And we put it back in, just like this, okay? And then it's not going to go further back. If you don't do that, and you just throw it in, it's going to go down the back of the trailer and drag down the road. Not acceptable, okay? On this side, we have our little board, which this might need a little tweaking. We're going to try it. This is our exhaust right here. If we put this exhaust so that it points into the barrel, like has happened last year, and it melted our tube, and we're out of luck with melted equipment. So this is here to protect our nice new paint job. The muffler is blowing down on the board, so it's not going to melt and catch our paint on fire or whatever. So another thing that we have is our nice sign. I need you to make sure that this sign is there every job. That, check it. If one of these gets pulled through, it shouldn't catch the wind because it's down low, so it should stay on there. If not, you've got a couple extra of these tie wraps, and you've got that little nail. You can just poke a hole, come around the side where the corrugations are, so it's stronger than over the top. And if one of those is loose or whatever, then just put in a new tie wrap. Our newest invention is right here. This is our camera. Okay, so we've got our camera. We've got a nice tight little thing there. Again, if we just stuck this in, it would go out the trailer hole and drag down the road. We don't want that. So it can't fall out with this. It's tight and firm. So you're just going to put this in, stuff it in there. That rubber keeps plenty of friction on it, and push it all the way back. You want to not have this. Jeff was going to make that so it didn't hit, but it does. But it probably won't matter. But this is fragile right here, these couplings. So we want to be careful that they don't get banged and broken. So this is right handy. And then the last thing are our job signs. Okay, so our job signs, we've got, I believe there's 10 of them. So we're going to take our thing like this. We're going to get our sign, and when we come across a job that is visible to a lot of traffic, we're not putting one of these in a dead-end circle. We're sliding it inside the corrugation, and we are stepping, gently on the tube here and pushing it down in. And we've got, no mess gutter cleaning, and we've got leaf pickup. So we're going to put this perpendicular so the traffic can see it coming this way, and they can see it on their way home coming this way. So we also have a form that you will fill out so we know where these go or where you left them, so that Ron or somebody or you or whatever can go back, maybe a week later and pick it up and move it to a different location. So we've got to utilize this advertising that's already bought and paid for. So when we do pick them up, we're just going to put it back in. We've got this little piece of separation material in between the wire and the sign, so the signs don't get all scratched up. Okay, so that stays right there. So, our next note is, so that's basically all your equipment. You've got your license plate on your trailer, and we all know about hooking up the trailer pump. You've got the plug plugged in. Okay. We've got these hooks are done properly, so they come like this. They're not like this. Okay, that is prone to bouncing out, so you want to make sure that it is this way. We also have our jack stand. Okay, we've got a nice new wheel on there. When you pull into driveways, you're going to find that you know, you might just want to drive in. If it's a long driveway, you're not going to want to back up the short trailer. Short trailers are hard to back up. Just drive in and then unhook the trailer and spin around. This has all been lubricated and everything. It's all good to go. You can just spin the trailer around, turn the truck around, hook it back up and go. You also might find that you have to move the trailer a couple times in order to get the gutters. You know, this trailer is light enough that you can do that. One guy can just push this trailer, you know, a little bit into the backyard, or maybe move it, you know, closer to the front yard so you can reach with your cords in order to get all of your gutters. So, so that is very easy. I'm just going to show you that here, just so that it's quick and easy. You want to make sure this pin doesn't get lost. You're going to just undo this. You can hook them together and use that as a handle. We're going to take our plug out carefully. I would just spin this around a couple of times, and then you can just pick that up. Don't lift with your back, but lift with your knees and your arms. Don't let the wheel skid sideways. If you do that, it creates a flat spot, making it more difficult to roll. But you can see that this is pretty maneuverable, and you can put it where you want. So, once we have our trailer positioned where we want it, then we're going to come over here and we're going to grab our cord. Proper cord management is important. So we've got a little knot on the end so that our cords are just together and easily grabbed. And then we're going to just run out. I would start at the furthest point away. And drag our cords out to the furthest point where we're going to start our work. Then we're going to zip back. We're going to undo our little clips. Down comes the tailgate. We're going to grab our blue drag rope and our gutter back. Drag it. You don't need all the 100 feet of cord. We don't undo it, okay? Then we want to make sure that our cord is plugged in. So we've got this knot here, so that when we're pulling the cord out, it's not going to yank it out of the machine. That it's going to be caught on the trailer, and you know that you've got no more room. You either got to move the trailer or get your extra extension cords. So rather than have these plugs bouncing around down the road, we're going to unplug them every time and plug them in when we need them. So we're going to put one in each side of the plug, like this. Okay? Here we have our power is off. Alright? This means the plugs are off. And when we're ready to vac, then we're going to put it into the on position so that we've got juice. Okay? So, to get to where we're going, putting in our ground, which doesn't work so good on asphalt, but pretend that's in the grass. You should get it in at least 6 or 8 inches into the lawn. And then we're going to start our machine. We also may want to bring this over in order to have it close, but it depends. If you got woods, you can dump the leaves in the woods. You probably don't need to bother with this. Just drag the tub over, dump it in the woods, and back. And then, so first we'll, maybe we the hoses set up. We're going to just take these out. We're going to be very careful that we don't kink them. If they get kinked, they're going to cause problems. So we don't want them kinked. There is a small section of hose in there on the bottom that went to a regular old shop vac that's much shorter that we really probably won't need, but you would have it if you had some kind of need for it.